Okay, so my fan is on and it's making noise, but there is a trailer for Dungeons and Dragons, which I did not play Dungeons and Dragons as a kid because I don't know if you guys watch Stranger Things, but it was a real thing back then that certain parents thought that you would get possessed if you played Dungeons and Dragons, which even if there was no such thing, I would have got possessed. If nobody else got possessed, I would have got possessed. Anyway, let's try this. Let's see. Come on. Oh, go to commercial. It's so hard to get things to play when you want them to. Okay. I don't know if I like the trailer before the trailer. You know, like the 2-second clip.
We're a team of thieves.
Anyway.
And when you do this,
everybody does that now.
Sometimes those
I like Chris Pine. I didn't at first, but I grew accustomed to his face. Is that dragon spewing rocks? Is that kind of?
Truth be told, we helped the wrong
I like that
person
outfit.
steal the wrong thing.
Is this a comedy?
We didn't mean to unleash the greatest evil the world has ever known. But we're gonna fix it.
Well, how do we pull that off? Figure it out over a drink.
I haven't seen Michelle Rodriguez in a dog day because I don't watch those Fast and Furious movies.
You got this, right?
So I only really watched her on Lost.
We also need courage.
Okay, this looks entertaining with the way it's done.
And you.
Now, didn't Led Zeppelin used to be very delicate about their music and not using it? I'm not a fan of monsters in movies because they generally look fake. This looks like fun. And whoever edited this to the music is probably a really good dancer.
This one's dangerous.
Yeah, okay.
But whatever happens,
I never got over Hugh Grant not being Gilderoy Lockhart. Never got over it. Worst casting stupidity. If there was ever a gimme, who should play this role? So obvious.
What's it exactly that you're going for us?
And everybody read that.
You've already made a plan, so
if the existing plan fails, I make a new plan.
you make plans that fail.
No,
He also plans the new.
not normal.
Yeah, that looks like it's going to be good. Chris Pine is a talented man. That's why I said about that. I've grown accustomed to his face because I was like iffy on him. I thought he had a weird head. And I didn't understand why people liked it. And then I started to get used to him. I like Hell or High Water a lot. And then was it before or after? But anyway, whenever I got Barbara's CD where she sang with people, because I'm a big fan of Patrick Wilson, so I just bought it. And then Chris Pine was on it. I'm like, oh, okay, he can sing. Yeah. So, yeah, I decided to like him after that. And that other guy, I didn't watch that show, that Bridgerton show, so I don't know him. But I know of him. I know he's on there. What else? Yeah, like Michelle Rodriguez, like I said, I watched Lost so many times, and so long ago. You know, Michelle Rodriguez at some point just becomes like an annoying family member, cousin, distant cousin. What else? Why do I look? My head takes on different shapes on different days. It has something to do with my fuzzy hair. See, I kind of want to dye it, but it's thinning in the front. I don't don't have an waist on hair dye either, but I keep having the idea that it's just like a completely different color. Like, you know, they have those bluish colors. If that's supposed to be no, I don't even mean the funny hair dye, just normal hair dye that's kind of blue now. But anyway, what was I saying? So yeah, Dungeons and Dragons. What I know from Dungeons and Dragons, there was an episode of Freaks and Geeks where they played Dungeons and Dragons. So, and they explained it to Daniel, who chose the name Carlos the Dwarf. So, I understand something of it from that. Now, I watched Stranger Things, mostly, like everybody else, and it seems like they're going down that path. Now, this season, which I haven't watched, I've only seen a little bit here and there, it comes in with the possession angle that, like I said, it really exists. People were like, oh no, it's evil, it's satanic. So, but like I said, I probably wouldn't play that anyway. I didn't have those kind of friends. Like, I did, but I didn't. Like, I didn't hang around with people outside of school that much. So, what am I going to say? Yeah, that looks really entertaining, though. Just the vibe I get is that it may not be Shakespeare, but it looks totally enjoyable, and like, Chris Pine's very funny. He's a very funny guy. I mean, I don't know. He's done quite a few skits that are funny and everything. And I think my favorite one is when they did the probably not my favorite one. It's the one that I'm thinking of right now on Saturday Night Live, where they did the backpack fashion show. But yeah, and Spidey Bells is his masterpiece. That song is one of those damn great songs. I was so desperate to download that when I saw that movie. I didn't like the movie at all, but Spidey Bells, thank God for that movie for Spidey Bells. Okay, so yeah, I would totally, actually, really like to see this movie.